welcome back, everybody. I'm Josie Ashley, and joining me here in the booth, we have Leon Dreg. The wind disappeared a little bit. We had a little bit of a technical issue with the internet, unfortunately, but we are back, we are rolling, and we are going to jump right in with the women's freestyle.
Yes, we are, Joe. Yes, we are.
Yeah, it really is starting to look quite nice out there. This is day number 2 of the Visit Qatar GKA Freestyle-Kite World Cup. We have the best of the best athletes ready to battle it out against themselves and Mother Nature, and we are really looking forward to the girls to get going. We have Therese Tabell coming back from injury, and she is one of my favorite athletes. Powerful, stylish. We've got Bruna Kajia, past world champion and coming in second last year. We have Rita Arnas is also out there, and many other riders. This is going to be a big heat.
Yeah, really, really interesting heat. Great to see Therese back in action as well. At registration day, you can just see it on her face. She was so happy to be back. See that name on the back of the jersey, and the Stoke says it all. So interesting to see how she performs in this heat. It's a big heat, 4 big names.
Yeah, let's see. So let's go right into the action and get back out there on the water and see who are going to be our gladiators, our warriors that are going to start off here in this first heat of the women. All right, so there we have it. Therese Tabell coming out of Denmark, Natalie Lambrecht out of Sweden, Rita Arnas coming out of Spain, and Bruna Kajia coming out of Brazil. These are some of the heavy hitters on tour. Let's see who is going to be taking the prize home, because let's not forget this is semi-final of the women. Who is going to be making it through to the finals?
Oh, it's a tight one. It's going to be a tight one. I wouldn't want to put my money on any of these riders because any of them can deliver at any given moment. As you said, Joe, we had a little bit of a lull in the wind there. We managed to get through a few of the men's heats earlier on, probably about 2 or 3 hours ago now, and then all of a sudden that sort of offshore southerly wind has just done the old switcheroo. It's come a little bit more side shore, and it's just given us some prime conditions. So here we go, athletes on our screen.
Yeah, so as we have them out there getting ready, you can see there's actually a little bit of haze coming in, so it's different conditions, you know. Down here in the desert, it always mixes up, and one of the things that always amazes me at these kind of events, it can change in a heartbeat. So first off to jump is going to be Therese Tabell. That is that young lady right front and center there on the core, and the Red Bull coming out of Denmark. So as soon as she gets the red flag to go into a green, it's going to be go, 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 and it looks like we are going to get off to a rumble, as I can see her powering up already.
Yeah, Therese, coming from a nasty injury as well, did the knee in and went, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, but maybe 3 knee surgeries I think she went under. So, 1, she's going to be super, super pleased to compete, but 2, she's going to want to prove that she's not here just to, you know, do the odd heat and then cheerio. She wants to stay to the end, make it to the final and take the win.
Yeah, absolutely, and let's see how she is going to do as we continue on, as we are just going to be going all in here for this semi-final out there on the water. Semi-final number 1, Therese Tabell, Natalie Lambrecht, Rita Arnas, and Bruna Kajia, and we can see our athletes starting to warm out there. We can see Rita getting the old Scorpion Queen on there, stretching it out, and it is so good to be back into competition mode. The season opener here in Qatar for the Qatar Airways GKA Kite World Tour, and what a beautiful place we have here at the Fuwairit Kite Beach Resort. Tell me a little bit about this spot, Liam.
Well, we're really treated to you know, prime conditions here. It's a natural lagoon, so it's very tidal. So we got to you know, go at the right points in the day. The wind is pretty consistent. It comes from sort of 2 solid directions. You've got the southerly wind, which is a little bit more offshore, which we do have at the moment, and then towards the end of the week, the north sort of west winds and northerly winds come into play, and that's a little bit colder, but a little bit more denser, and we're looking sort of at the back end of this week to potentially see winds of up to around that 20 knot range, so that's going to be really exciting. As for the spot, I mean, we're out here in Qatar. The sun, I would say, is shining, but as you said, it's gone a little bit hazy today, especially more so this afternoon.
Yeah, it definitely is looking like it is starting to get, and I tell you one thing, it is looking foggy out there.
Yeah, I might need to get the old ski goggles out at one point. It's going to be that much bad viz out there, but we can see we've got cameras covering all angles, and there on our screen, just loosening up that left arm there, just getting in competition mode now, waiting for that buzzer to sound so that we can get this heat underway. For ladies on the water, this is going to be a good one. So if you are tuning in, don't go anywhere because this is going to be one to watch.
Absolutely. And while we're waiting, let's have a little look at the old general. So we have some of the athletes already. We've just been doing the quarterfinals of the men's. We were able to do 3 quarterfinals of the men's, and then unfortunately the wind stopped, meaning that we had to kind of wait it out, and we've now come back with the ladies out there on the water. We already saw Gianmaria Coccoluto is getting ready to see if he's going to go out, because he's going to be in that 4th quarterfinal. And then on the men's side, we saw Luca Pitor took that first quarterfinal together with Carlos Mario. So those 2 boys are through to the semis. Then we saw Manuel Suarez and Karim Mahmoud, who got all the way through, putting in some very good maneuvers, and Chemo there also landing a 7.00 when it came to his variety score. And then also Juan Rodriguez and Valentin Rodriguez through. And there it is. There's the buzzer. That means only one thing. We are going into competition mode, and we are go, 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 starting off with Teresa Bell.
Here she is on your screen, making it in, left foot forward. You can see there, nicely powered, riding that core kite, all Red Bull stickered up. So we can't miss her out there. Let's see if she's got the wings to get a nice trick under the belt to start.
Yeah, you know what they say, it does give you wings, and I tell you what, this girl is ready to fly out there, coming back from injury. For, in my opinion, one of the most stylish female athletes we have out there, and it is so good to see her back. Let's see what she has for us as she's just getting ready. Let's not forget, each rider has 30 seconds to perform the maneuver, and then there is about a 15-second transition. So we are getting ready to rumble.
We most certainly are. We are getting ready to rumble. And just at the moment, all focus is on Therese. We actually do have 2 minutes to go until we get into sequence here. So quite a nice time to actually, explain a little bit more. And there you have your men's world champ on the screen. But back to the women's action. Therese again on your screen, as she will be first in line. So just a little bit about this variety score if you've just tuned in. So this year for 2023, the committee and our judges have all come together, and we've added in this variety. So we've got some new families now for the freestylers. So we've got our hillside family, our toe side to blind family / blind family, our rewinds, our combos, and our kite loop families. And the aim of the game is we really want to see our riders push the limits of the sport and try and tick the boxes in each of these families. If they're able to nail a trick in each of the families, and they can get a total of 7 points for the variety. And for those viewers at home, it just spices things up a little bit. We're not going to see the same tricks pulled in the same heats at the same time from all the riders. So hopefully, we're going to be watching some real elegant stuff, some new stuff, and the combos as well. Really, really exciting to see what the riders can pull in that frame.
Alright, and it looks like we are just about getting ready to go, as we have a little bit over a minute until the start of this heat. So this is, if you're just joining us, semi-final number 1. Teresa Bell on your screen is going to be the first athlete to go. Just stuck my head out of the booth there, Liam. It does look windier than it did before. It looks like this clouds, this fog is actually bringing some wind, because this was definitely not on the forecast.
No, it certainly wasn't. It sort of come in out of nowhere. And just before we get into sequence, Joe, as a freestyler yourself back in the day, it's obviously changed a little bit from this year with the new variety score and the new families. What's your take on this?
I think it's really good, because what it is doing is rewarding those riders that are kiting outside of the box. So what they're doing is they're kiting and pushing new moves, pushing new possibilities. And I think it's really good to see, because with that, we are going to be seeing some new moves. We have the rewinds, we have the combos, which is a new thing now. They brought in the kite loop handle passes, which was a big thing back in the day. And also, let's not forget those toe side tricks. So what it is doing is you can still do the normal tricks that you did always. So that will still give you big scores. But those riders that actually do something new, or do a toe side trick or some other maneuver, add the grabs, add the style, you are going to get rewarded for it. So I reckon we're going to be seeing some new innovations or more stylish and big out moves out there.
Yeah, exciting. Great for us to chat about, and great for you at home as well to watch. So there on your screen, Therese, just getting ready for that buzzer, because when that buzzer goes, it's go, go, go.
It certainly is, as we are just under a minute to the start, and we are getting ready to go. And there it is, that sound is, we are go, go, go. So how are we going to be going here? Let's have a look. Teresa Bell looks like she's going right foot forward, Liam.
Yep, going out towards that little sandbar. First trick gets dialed down, goes for a nice rotation up there, but sort of a bit lofty and a bit flowy there. Not maybe the start that she was hoping for.
Yeah, no, it looks like she was maybe going for an S-bend 1 or a hard attack, but yeah, it looks like she got a gust at the end, so that's going to be a single out S-bend for the start for Therese. So coming up next is going to be Natalie Lambrick from Sweden. Natalie put on a solid performance over there in Brazil. Didn't go as far as she wanted to throughout the competition, but she threw down some big moves. She's known for her power, and there we can see her all the way out there. Calm, cool, and collected, just waiting to see as she is going to be coming at us next. And we have 1.37 for that move from Therese. Obviously not the way she wanted to start.
No, not the way she wanted to start, but it's a score on the board, and they got 7 trick attempts. So there we go. But Natalie as well, really interesting rider. She can do it all. Big air, freestyle, and here she is. First freestyle move of the heat for her.
Yeah, and you can see got a nice amount of power. She is out on a 13-meter kite, and she is launching her style through this competition area. Let's see what she has. All right, going for the slim to front roll to wrap. Excuse me, just being able to hold it together, almost popping out on the landing there. Once again, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So both of these athletes not probably getting the move that she wanted to at the beginning, but still scores on the board, waiting to see some of the numbers come in, as that is looking like it is going to be about a 3-point average as we continue on. Next up is going to be Rita Nas. Rita is all the way up on the right-hand side of the competition area, as you can see her there with the green kite already powering down. There she is. All right, Rita, let's see what she has. I've thrown out the words misconsistency with this young lady. She is a very consistent rider. Let's not forget she had an absolute banger of a season last year, coming out in 3rd position overall on the overall rankings. So very, very talented young lady. And now let's see how she's going to throw down her first move of her season opener.
There it is. Gets a nice little amount of height there. Pops. Little butt check though, but does ride out, Joe.
Yeah, nice. Tweaked out 3-1-3 there from Rita. Really pushes, holds the railie, waits a little bit to get down. As you said, a little bit of a smackaroo on the way down of that maneuver, but that is going to be a good move there for Rita and her. So let's see what kind of scoring is going to be. Next up is going to be that young lady there, Bruna Kajia. She has been a world champion of the freestyle discipline in the past. She knows what she has to do, and she knows how to do it. And she is getting ready to rumble. She's just waiting for her turn. Looks like she's going to be going right foot forward. And there we can see Mika Sol from the United States, our current world champion there with their headphones on, getting the beats. And there we can see Zara and Hills, 2 of the big air athletes just coming to watch this event. But there she goes. Bruna Kajia dropping in.
Yeah, Bruno, if there's one person that knows competition, it is this lady on your screen at the moment. And here she goes, lining up. Not quite there, managing to maybe get the pop she wanted. However, still manages to get a trick dialed down.
Yeah, there you can see just a little railie to wrap there. Got caught up on the takeoff, not allowing to get the height, but playing it safe as she knew she didn't quite get the takeoff she needed to be able to continue through. And there we can see it looks like our cameraman is right next to Therese Tabell as she is about to go out.
Yeah, there she is, just looking over her left shoulder there at the scoreboard. And what a shot that is, right on top of our riders. Look at that. You can see the concentration in the face there. Wonder what she's got in her mind, looking over at the board there, which tells our riders, you know, when they're good to go, gives them the green light so that they can make the most out of every part of the 30 seconds they have.
Yeah, you can see the concentration on her face. That is it, the raw emotion. And I tell you what, this girl has the fire, the fuego. Let's see what she's going to be going. Is she going to repeat that move that she didn't quite get in the first run? We are soon going to find out. Here she goes.
Nicely done there, Joe. You could see there, going in with some nice power, nice replay here. Talk us through this maneuver.
Yeah, S-bend to blind. One of the things I really like about it is you can see the fluid rotation. She doesn't stop when she landed the blind. She actually completely went and continued with it. Not a lot of height, did have a good amount of power. Judges are going to be liking that. Quality versus quantity, and there we can see Natalie Lambrick coming out of Sweden. This girl always has a smile on her face, and now that means game time. You can see she's concentrated, she's ready to go. She already has a 3.17 and now looking for her second trick attempt. Let's not forget, 7 trick attempts, top 4 moves are the one that are going to count. If the girls go, the difference to the guys with the variety score, if they hit the 4 families of the hillside, they already get those 7-point varieties. So here we go, getting ready, just waiting for Natalie to be able to go for her maneuver as she is up next and currently sat in 3rd position after that last move.
And there we have the score from Therese. It's actually dropped as well. A nice 4.87, just bumping her up into 1st position. The only rider that does have 2 scores on the board at the moment. But here we go. Natalie's 2nd run, 2nd trick attempt. Let's see what she will deliver. Very powered up at the moment on her kite. You can see her diving it down, just wanting that little bit more juice. She's trying to squeeze out of the kite. You just thought there, well, I personally thought you're going to line up for a trick, but it didn't quite line up for it. Has a little bit of time left on the clock, going left foot forward now. Just working that kite, trying to get everything out of it before that buzzer goes.
Yeah, let's not forget they have 30 seconds to do so, but judges being a little lenient with that as they know conditions are hard out there. And Natalie is going like a bat out of hell coming towards us. Let's see, as she is going to have to perform a maneuver very shortly if she wants this one to count. She's already in line. All right, it looks like she's going against that one, so I reckon just waiting for confirmation. Judges are probably going to trick her out, or they're waiting. We're just waiting to see as that information comes our way. Okay, she is popping out, going for big S-bend blind. Stretches out the railing, gets that front roll rotation, landing blind. Let's have a look at that one again. Up and over, wrapping around, stomps the landing, pure control, rides out of it. Got to be a good move.
Yeah, that's textbook stuff right there, and ending right on the edge of the competition area. And scores are starting to come in, Joe. It's looking like it's going to score quite nicely there. Should definitely put Natalie up potentially in that 1st position. Once it all gets confirmed, we'll be able to let you guys and girls know at home exactly what that figure is, but it's looking good. It's looking good.
Yes, it is. And I mean, what's basically scores are just about to come in, and they're very happy. Quality versus quantity. Simple move, but wow, executed. And Rita, oh, going down hard there. She put some beans on that one, but unfortunately just didn't get the landing going for that backside 313. As we continue on, and it looks like Sveta is going to have the front eye view. And yep, there we have. Let's have a little look at some of those scores, guys, because I see a 5.77 just waiting for confirmation on that one. But it looks like Natalie Lambert has now moved herself into 1st position. Coming up next is going to be Bruna Kajia.
Yes, Bruna Kajia up next in 4th at the moment. Just that 1 score on the board, and here she is on your screen. Going for that 2nd trick. Pops a lot nicer than the 1st one there. And a great landing there. Clean as a whistle, Joe.
Ah, beautifully executed KGB. And a little smile, cheeky smile at the end of that one. Let's run through this move. Coming at us left foot forward. Unhooked. She's got a good amount of power. The kite is in the sweet spot. Here you can see her going for that back rotation all the way around. Wraps it. Counter spin. There you go. Very, very nice KGB landed hillside. So full KGB there for Bruna Kajia. And I tell you what, a 6.93, meaning Bruna Kajia has now moved herself into 1st position and has already set the level and set the bar for the rest of the women athletes.
Yeah, fully deserved there as well. That was a real nice landed trick there. Just textbook stuff there. Nothing wrong with that, and that's exactly why she's been pushed into 1st position. There you have the drone following Therese closely. 3rd trick.
And makes it nicely there. Blind judge, and even got the old Star Wars spaceship following there with the drone. So hopefully be able to see some of those images, making sure we can see the white in their eyes. Therese Tabel there, very nice. And that control on the landing, really absorbing, shows that her knee is in top notch.
Yeah, it's great to see as well. These 4 riders just pushing, because this heat, when we saw it on the scoreboards out by our competition area, we thought, yeah, this one's going to be good. This is going to be a good heat and one that we do not want to miss. So here we are, fully underway now. Scores are on the board, just waiting for that one to drop for Therese. And Natalie now next up.
Yeah, here we can see Natalie Lambrick making her way all the way out. As the wind is quite hard, they have to go all the way across the other side of the lagoon. Okay, going toe side. Going toe side into a crow mob. Very nice there. Crow mob from Natalie. Switching it up and already hitting that toe side family. That is going to do wonders for her on a variety score. And very nicely controlled, wraps it around. A good move there from Natalie Lambrick. And we are going to wait to see some of those scores come up. But I tell you what, I reckon that is going to be an absolute banger. Because judges, she is one of the only few athletes on the women's kiteboarding that do those toe side moves. And here we have Rita. Unfortunately, looks like she sprained herself or has... something has happened to her there, so we'll get information back to you as quick as possible, as it looks like she's wiggling her ankle. So it looks like maybe that last crash, she's hurt herself a bit. So we hope that she is all right. So it looks like she's going to be pulling out. And now we continue on, as after Rita is going to be tricked out. So Bruna is now going to be entering in.
Yeah, it's a tough one there to see Rita, because we know out of all these riders, she loves to compete. She loves to be out there. It's tough, you know, when these riders push the limits and they want to go for the big landing tricks. Sometimes, unfortunately, you know, injuries can happen, but we can keep our fingers, our toes, everything crossed and hope that it's nothing too serious. But full focus now back on Bruna Kajia.
Yeah, here we can see Bruna right foot forward. She is all the way out the back. Let's see. All right, going for back to wrapped or Hinterberger there for Bruna Kajia. And once again, she's keeping it chilled, keeping it simple, but getting those scores on the board. This just shows what a competitor she is. She already has a 6.93. She has a 2.93 also. She's already hit, with this next move, she's already hit 3 different families. So if she hits a 4, she's going to be getting those 7 points of variety. So she, you know, you can see dotting all the I's, crossing the T's. Bruna Kajia looking on full form, and we are just waiting for information to come there from Rita. We wish her the best, and hopefully she is okay. I will get information to you as soon as possible, but coming up next is going to be Therese Tabell.
Yeah, so it's not great to see, but Joe, I mean, what do you reckon is going through the 3 riders that are left out there? Because the great thing about the tour here that we have is that everyone's good friends, you know, everyone gets along, so they see one of their good friends go and unfortunately come in injured. Do you reckon mentally that's going to be going through some of their heads? Are they going to push as much? What do you reckon? How do you reckon this sort of injury from Rita is going to impact the rest of this heat for the riders out there?
Well, hopefully it's only been a tweak or something, so as we're waiting to get the information from the medical side of the competition. I can see she's already being attended by doctors, so we will get that to you as soon. Obviously, like you say, we're a big family here, and that, you know, nobody wants to see someone leaving a heat because they can't continue. So obviously that is going to affect the girls, but you know, this is competition, and they are the best of the best at their jobs out there on the water, so they know that they have to move, they have to continue on, the same as what Rita would do if it was the other way around, and get through the heats and just wish her the best. So yeah, here we have Therese dropping in, as she is currently in 3rd position, and she needs about something around a 5.0 to start advancing up. So here she goes. All right, going up. Oh, she was going for the delayed slim chance there, or almost more like an S move on the wakeboarding side, the way she did, kind of completely gets her wrapped around, but yet didn't quite get the landing. So that's going to be a crash for her. Really took her time to wrap herself back around.
Yeah, no, she did. Couldn't quite get around at the end of that trick there, but fortunately a crash sits in 3rd position, so nothing will change there. And full focus now goes back onto our heat leader, Natalie, and again lining up for her 4th trick attempt.
Yeah, there you go. Going for a blind judge or backside 180 there. Small move, but it does look like that wind is starting to drop off again. It is very foggy out there. As you can see, doesn't quite get the height that we saw in that last move. But again, it is competition, putting scores on the board. She is currently, as you said, in 3rd position, leading this heat. And she is now 18.74 are her 3 moves. So it looks like her score has improved a little bit. And now coming up next is going to be Bruna Kajia, as we can see her waiting there in the water.
Yeah, it's a great angle we're able to get here for our riders. Really get on top of them just while they're waiting to get underway with the next trick attempt. And here we have Bruna dives the kite. And here we go. 4th trick coming up for Bruna. Let's see what she has in the locker. Really working the kite up and down, trying to get maximum power out of the wind that does seem to have slightly dropped, Joe.
Yeah, it does seem like slightly dropped. And then we can see Luca and the boys, unfortunately, in front of our camera there. So we'll try and get those guys out. Oh, back mobe! There we have a Bruna absolutely killing it there with that back mobe. Look at that. Picture perfect. All the way across the other side of the lagoon. Wraps herself around, gets it. That is an absolute banger. And if I am not mistaken, Bruna has already touched 4 families, which means she is going to be getting 7 points on the variety. So she has already done very, very well early on, because top 4 moves are counting, and she still has 3 moves to be able to improve on those scores. So that it looks like the last year's vice world champion is in full form.
Yes, it's full form is definitely the way to go, Joe. You explained it really, really well. There goes the score. It drops, just sits in 2nd position, still just behind Natalie. But let's just go through those scores. So first position we have Natalie on an 18.74. And then we have Bruna on an 18.63. And then Therese in 3rd position currently with a 10.31. So they're your current scores. Unfortunately, just the 3 of them in for this heat. And then Therese on your screen there, front and centre.
Yeah, very nice. Slim chance there from Therese. A little bit of a butt check, but really love the flow. She goes all in. And there you can see, does get the butt check, but still a very nice and powered maneuver to get through that one. As let's not forget, being a semi-final, the top 2 athletes are the ones that are going to be going into the grand finale. At the moment, those 2 athletes are Natalie Lambrecht and Bruna Kajia. As the other athletes have a little bit of work to do. Therese is starting to get a mojo, starting to get the juices flowing. And let's see, as she is obviously one of the powerful riders out there. But this is the GKA. Any heat can be the final.
It certainly can. And you can see there, Svetlana there getting all the shots for us. But right now, full focus on our current heat leader, who's lining up. What will we see here? Will we see Natalie try and tick another one of those families?
There she goes. Slim chance. Calm, cool, and collected. Smooth operator out. She knows she's going to get those 7 points on the variety score. So that is a big extra to have. Tweaking it out. 3-1-5. Nice. You really extended that one, Liam.
Yeah, you saw that. It looked good in the air. Beautifully landed there. Another nice trick that Bruna can add to the repertoire of her scoreboard. And just there, the replay shows it all. Great air. Nice pop. Nice landing. Should be happy with that one. And next up now is Therese, who will be chasing Bruna and Natalie.
Yeah, she will. And Bruna is looking to improve over a 2.31 for that first 3-1-3. Go into a 4.90, so 20.60. Only 0.4 points in between the number 1 and number 2. And Therese here, let's have a little look at what she's got. Therese needs a 6.52-ish to be able to increase. So she needs to improve on one of her scores by at least 3 to 4 points. So is she going to be going for a new move? Is she going to be going for something similar? We will soon find out. She is going right foot forward again. What has she got for us? Again, she was looking for the S-bend, going for the combo. S-bend into Rayleigh to blind. So utilizing the combo side of the scoring here. S-bend into Rayleigh to blind. Ticking the boxes, intelligent riding out there for Teresa. She knows now also, if I'm not mistaken, after hitting that combo, she is going to also be having the top scores on the variety. Intelligent riding there for her.
Yeah, very. I thought it was over just after that first one. All of a sudden, she just cheeks in that second little pop maneuver. So, like you said, hopefully there, 7 points will be up for grabs for Therese and ticking all the families. And it can really change the game once all the scores come in towards the end. And you can see there on your screen, Natalie heading back out, right foot forward, getting some distance back upwind. And I wonder what we'll see from her.
Yeah, it looks like she's powering up, but no, she's looking over her shoulder, meaning she is going to be going left foot forward. Natalie Lambrecht, how is it going to be? Let's see. We're already on a trick attempt number 6 for all of these athletes. So only 2 more trick attempts for some, 1 for the other. So almost at the end of this heat. Here we have Natalie Lambrecht deciding against it. She is going to have to go soon if she does not want to be tricked out, and she knows it. You can see her body language is what I say at every single event. She is pushing. What has the duatone athlete got for us here coming out of Sweden but living out there in Egypt? All right, come on, Natalie. Right foot forward. She's got the power. Here she goes.
Doesn't seem like she likes it, Joe. I'm just looking out the corner of my eye, and the further she's going, the closer she's getting to that sandbar. And yep, there it is. I don't think that she's going to be able to get that trick counted on this time.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. We're just waiting for confirmation on that, but I reckon that is probably going to be tricked out. And I tell you what, the clouds are coming in even more, and it looks like the wind is dropping off because I can see it shifted a little, even a little bit further down on the side shore, and they are going all the way down to the end, and they're on big kites. So I would not be surprised if we are going to see an AP flag coming up soon. But as we are out there at the moment, Natalie still has the opportunity. Judges really giving them time to be able to perform, but only being able to get a Rayleigh out there. So next up would be Bruna Kajia, all the way on the right-hand side of the competition area.
Yeah, Bruna Kajia has got a nice position in the competition area. I'm just looking again, and Natalie on my left really is quite far downwind now. So definitely some flukiness going on out there in the wind, but we can try and get eyes back onto Bruna, which is right there on your screen. You can see the two Red Bull athletes, Therese and Bruna there. But here we go. Bruna, second position currently, has ticked all the families. What's she got up her sleeve for us?
Yeah, she's already, I reckon she might be going for her front to blind. That's the only move we haven't seen from her yet, and she has a stylish front to blind. Let's have a look. Bruna, all right, no, going toe side, liking what I see. Toe side, looking for the chromo, but not being able to get that rotation around. So that's only going to be a toe side front roll there, or a front spin for Bruna Kajia, not what she was looking for. But still, once again, touching the different families. You can really see with this new format, athletes know that if they perform some of those maneuvers, they will get those extra kudos, the extra shackers from the judges. And now we enter into the final round of tricks of this semi-final one. And as it stands, Natalie in first, Bruna Kajia in second, would be the two athletes advancing through. And I'm just waiting for information to see how Rita Anas is doing as she pulled herself out of that heat early on.
So last round of tricks coming up right now for us. Bruna on your screen at the moment. Just trying to find it. Looks like Teresa has gone for one of her tricks, which unfortunately would be great to try and get a replay on that one. You can see here, out of the corner of my eye, she is super, super pleased with the trick that she has just landed, and we will get information on that as soon as possible.
Yeah, we can see she's just trying to push her way through. So Therese getting a big move there as we're waiting for some of those numbers to drop. As coming up next is Natalie Lambrecht. So Natalie Lambrecht is going to be jumping next out there on the green Vegas. There we can see her going into the competition area. So Natalie Lambrecht is going to be jumping next for her final move. There we can see Bruna on the screen. And we're just waiting for Natalie to come back out as she is going to be going next. And there we can see Val just giving her the info on what is going down. So here we have Natalie front and center on your screen.
Blasting her way back towards the edge of the competition area, going for a trick, right foot forward. What she got for us? Pops up. Nice, clean landing there.
Yeah, backside 313 there from Natalie. Almost losing it. Very hard when in these light wind conditions, when you don't quite get the pop, and you can see that bar almost pulling out of her hand, but managed to wrap herself around. Backside 313 there from Natalie Lambrecht. Very nice maneuver. And that is going to be the final move for her as she is going to be going for her next and final move is going to be Bruna Kajia, as we're just waiting for those numbers to come in on that last one.
Yeah, you can see our beach commentator Willow River Tonkin there, just giving the vibes down on the beach, letting people know, all our spectators and our riders know exactly what is going on. And Bruna Kajia on your screen now, just getting ready for that final trick attempt.
All right, here we have Bruna going for that last one. Let's see what she has for us. Right foot forward. She knows she needs just to improve her scores by probably 1 point if she wants to take it off an Natalie. And all right, up and over, going for the Hinterberger free, but going down, unfortunately crashing and tapping her back out there on that one is not going to be what she was looking for. Is that going to be enough? We're soon going to find out. Very close out there.
Yeah, Joe, indeed it is. But we knew it was going to be close coming into this heat before any of them had done any tricks. 4 big names. We knew it was going to be tight. And the heat has not disappointed. All the ladies pushing the limits on this heat. And we've just got scores to come in. And then we'll be able to give you the update of who's taking it and who is going through. Replay of that last move there from Therese. The one that we missed. And just a few highlights here of all our riders' trick attempts throughout that heat. So we'll let you sit back, enjoy these ones and relax.
Bernard, do you have your computer charger here? Javi, ¿me oyes? Pero no me oís en directo, ¿verdad? Perfecto. Do you have your computer charger? Do you have your computer charger? Can I have it? Thanks. No, estoy hablando con ellos, era para asegurarme. Sí. Bueno, esto es replay, sí. Ya estamos con replays. Sergio. Javi, ¿me está escuchando? Vale. Sé que es difícil, pero los cámaras están tembleque que te cagas, Las cosas como son. So we're doing women's semi-final. Trying to find that out. Sergio, mete un comercial. Bueno, un... Sí. Porque necesito coger una cosa. Mételo directamente, como no estamos aquí. Sí. And welcome back, everybody. Welcome back as we continue on with the competition. And we are go, go, go. So coming up next, we will have semi-final number 2 of the ladies. Let's have a look and see what riders are going to be out there on the water. All right, so it looks like out on the water we are going to have Matilda Rose, Alexandra Torres, Claudia Leon, and Michaeli Sol. So these are the 4 athletes that are going to be going out. So here we can see Matilda already, right foot forward. She is going to be the first athlete to jump. Going in for a Rayleigh or a pop to blind there. Conditions are definitely looking like the wind is light for these ladies.
Yeah, most definitely, Joe. It's for sure dropped since that first semi-final heat. And I can see there the previous semi-finalists all just on the beach having a little catch-up about the heat. But it's all action now onto these 4 ladies. Next up, we have Alexandra Torres, who will be riding that sort of the air rush kite out there, just making her way in towards the beach on the big black and white kite. And there she is on your screen now. Was out in Brazil in Taiba with us previously and going for her first trick of 2023 right now in competition. And now lands it nicely, Joe.
Yeah, a little bit of a blind judge there from Alexandra Torres. I always like the style of this young athlete. She isn't the most consistent athlete, but she does look like her consistency is getting better as she has a bit more competition experience under her belt. So 2 medium moves for both of these athletes. Next up is going to be Claudia Leon. So Claudia Leon is going to be out there on the Green Vegas coming out of Spain as she is just leaving the shore now. Let's see what she has for us. It looks like she's going to be going right foot forward.
Yeah, she's going right foot forward at the moment, Joe. Blasting her way into the competition area. Won Neom last year, so is looking to add to that. And the first trick attempt, unfortunately, not being able to grab the bar. And there it goes. Kite goes down. That will go down as a crash.
Yeah, you could see she just had the kite too high and it got away from her there. She's very far all the way across the other side of the competition area. All right, next up we have our current world champion, Michaeli Sol. Let's see what she's going to be starting off with, as it looks like a lot of the riders are going all the way down to the bottom side of the competition area. No, she's decided against that. So Michaeli Sol is the woman to beat here on the freestyle world. She is one of the few that do the double handle passes. She has so much style, such a talented young lady, only 18 years of age, and she's already has multiple world champion titles under her belt. And starting it off with a stylish front to blind acrobatics 3-1-3. Very nice.
Yeah, just snapped around super quick there, just like an elastic band. You put it and it just snaps away. Beautifully landed, then just popping around. Michaeli Sol starting off strong, showing us why she is the current world champion.
Absolutely, getting a solid move in there. Judges are going to be liking that one, just waiting for confirmation on scores. Let's have a little look at the numbers, as we're just waiting for some of those scores to be coming up on our screen to see what positions we have our athletes. I can tell you here from us, we have Mika is in first position, second position is Alexandra Torres, third Matilda Rose, and fourth Claudia Leon. And now Matilda is just waiting to see if she can have her turn out on the water. Sergio, Javi, os estoy pidiendo gráficos. Sergio, Javi, os estoy pidiendo gráficos. Vale. Vale. Si ves que no lo tienes, tú me puedes hablar a mí y me informas. Si no, no pienso que no me escuchas. Porfa. Gracias. All right, so here we have Matilda going out as we have some of those numbers go out, going for an S-bend. So small moves out there still, but she is in third position at the moment. But Michaeli Sol in there with that 5.77. What a way to start off her heat, and pretty much with a single pass, only 180 move, but she did it with style.
Yeah, certainly did, Joe. Plenty of style on that 5.77. And on your screen now, Alexandra Torres next in line, currently sitting in second position. 3.13 was what she previously scored. So, second trick attempt. What is she got in store for us? Coming in left foot forward in towards the judges. And there we have it, lining up, flattening off the board, gets a nice little bit of pop, plenty of spinning to winning there. hooks herself back in, dives the kite, and away she goes, Joe.
Yeah, ready to rumble. She is looking very nice out there. Yeah, good rotation all the way around. Putting in the smaller maneuvers, but as you say, getting numbers up on the board. The conditions are tough out there at the moment. And now it is going to be the turn for that young lady, Claudia Leon. She missed her first move, and now she needs to start to get into her groove. Let's see what the young Spaniard has for us. She's won events before, like we said. She took the Neom event last season. She has one of the top athletes out there, as she got 4th position overall last year. Claudia Leon from Spain, dropping in. Let's see what the young Murcian rider has for us here. It looks like she's going to be going right foot forward again.
Yep, right foot forward, plenty of power at the moment, getting all those gusts, pops up, sort of tweaks it out a little bit, doesn't maybe get the rotation she wanted, but lands it, doesn't crash, but it's definitely not going to score well, that one.
No, you can see really pulling that bar towards us, doesn't get the extension that she needed there, and just pretty much just kind of wrapped it around. So yeah, unfortunately, that is not going to be the move that she wanted, and here we can see Gianmaria Coccoluto and Mika Soul getting ready to get out onto the water. The two world champions helping each other out of pretty much like family, those two. And now Mika just waiting for her turn to go out there on the water.
Yeah, it's not a bad caddy to have, is it, Joe? Gianmaria Coccoluto telling you how you can, push the boundaries a little bit. Be a good caddy to have in your corner. And here she is on your screens, Mika Soul. We saw previously that 5.77, good maneuver to start off. Let's see what the second one will be, if it will be as good or even better.
Yeah, she had a front to blind, and now right foot forward. Where's she going? All right. Hinterberg, back to wrap there. Looks like she was going to go for the Hinterberger, but not passing the bar in the air. So back to wrap, keeping it together, just getting loose out there, starting to get her groove on. Mika So it looks like most of the athletes are really using these single moves at the moment just to start to get some scores, as conditions are definitely challenging out there. And next up, we are going to be having Matilda dropping in.
Yeah, Matilda dropping in now for her 3rd trick attempt. Currently sitting in 3rd position, just behind Mika So at the moment, but obviously still a score to drop for Mika, which will most likely push her into that 1st position. So Matilda here, just seeing she's got 3 of our male athletes giving her a few tips.
Yeah, there we can see Kima, Juan Rodriguez, and Alma Zoe there. Those 3 boys just chilling it out. Juan has been actually hanging out in Egypt, which is where Kimo is from. And there we can see Peyo also, the Frenchman. Talk about getting a lot of advice out there on the water as we're just waiting for her turn to go out. She already has 2 moves on the cards. Low scores, though. She is currently in 3rd position. Let's not forget the top 2 are going to be advancing through to the grand finale here for the Visit Qatar GKA Freestyle-Kite World Cup.
And here she goes. Diving the kite. Riding that F1. Just diving it. Toing and throwing. Getting all the power. And let's see. 3rd trick attempt coming up.
It does seem like there's a little bit of more wind on the other side of the lagoon over here. Some of the girls are really going to have been using that corner. And here we can see Matilda. Looks like she's going to be going left foot forward. Let's not forget 30 seconds for each athlete to perform their maneuver. But judges are being a little lenient with that as conditions are hard out there, Liam.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging. When we started off the first semi-final of the women's this afternoon, it was definitely a little bit more side shore. Looking out the window now, just sort of shifted around a little bit, creating the wind to be a little bit more gusty. And like you mentioned, Joe, I think the wind, the stronger sort of wind, the more consistent wind is out sort of towards that sandbar that you can see on your screens now, which is why we're seeing quite a few of the riders jump right foot forward at this current moment.
Yeah, all right, so there he is going all the way. What's she got for us now? Once again going for that S-bend, but not getting the move that she wanted, crashing out on that. So that's going to be a crash for her on her third trick attempt, excuse me. And now we're going to be having Alexander Torres, who is currently in 2nd position behind Mika. She's going to be coming up next, and she's got 2 for 2. Can she make 3 for 3?
Yeah, let's see if she can go and get the turkey. The 3 in a row. Does pretty much all her tricks at the moment left foot forward. She's the only rider that's sort of hovering out there on that sandbar and waiting to come in. Comes.
All right, back to blind. Very nice. Keeping it together. Almost got herself copped out there, but just able to get the blind landing. Almost popped out, holding the hand. That is what I say, holding on for your spare life.
Yeah, most certainly. Didn't want that kite to crash and for it to be an unscored trick. So that will be another one to add to Alexandra Torres. And there you see it, just pushing her into that first position, 12.06. Mika chasing on a 10.10. Matilda 3.07. And on your screen now, Claudia Leon currently sitting in fourth position with a 2.8. But here we go, lining up for her third trick attempt, pumping the board, going left foot forward. Will she be able to make this one count?
All right, going for the back to wrap, nice and stylish one more time. But hey, this is why this young lady is one of the women to beat, and finally looks like she's getting a groove on. She's not having the best of the starts of her heats as we usually see, but stomping that landing. And also, Liam, I just have a little information back about Rita. She has gone to the hospital just to check out. She looks like she tweaked her knee a little bit, so waiting to get full information out on that one. On behalf of the GKA and coming here from her, we'll send her the love, and hopefully it won't be nothing and she'll be back in action. But yeah, we're just waiting for the info, so as soon as I get that, I will be letting you guys and girls know. And now there we can see as we continue on, Mika is going to be going for her third trick attempt.
And here she is on your screen, riding the Vegas, fully powered up at the moment. Can't quite make out what size it is. I think it's a 13, but there she goes and stomps the trick. Plenty of height on that one, Joe.
Yeah, slim chance there from Mika. Really wrapped herself around and getting a solid landing. So there you can see, passes the bar right in the middle, lands it. Height has to be high because it's the only way to be able to get some height on some of these jumps. Good maneuver there from Mikaeli Sol, as we're just waiting for those numbers to come up. And here we can see Matilda getting ready to get out. So a 15.80, 5.7, 5.07, excuse me, out there on that one.
Bumping her up into first position. And now Matilda just slipping into fourth, because Claudia's previous scores bumped her up to third. So we're mixing and matching it up round here. People are moving from first to second to third to fourth. Plenty to play for. Still plenty more trick attempts to come. And now on your screen, Matilda going again. Does land it, but again, doesn't get much pop, doesn't get much height. We can see here on the replay, maybe not the execution she was hoping for, but again, it's a landed trick. It will score with our judges, but she'll definitely be wanting to just push the boundaries a little bit more so that, you know, she can keep with the pack. And we now go on to Alexandra Torres, who has had quite a solid heat so far.
Yeah, she definitely is having a very good heat here. Very consistent out there. All right. Oh, Murphy's Law. So going for the 313 there. Did get a good extension out on that, tweak out on that Rayleigh, but not being able to get the landing. So that is going to be a mismaneuver there for her, as we can see her coming in just getting off axis there and losing the bar. Coming up next, Claudia Leon. There we have her on your screen. She is in third, and what has she got to get? She needs pretty much about a 3-point move to be able to go into a second position, as she has a 7.83, so she needs to land something above a 4-ish. 5 is what she's going to be looking for to go into that second position, as we're still waiting for a score to drop there on that last one. And it looks like she's powering up. Looks like she's going to be going left foot forward.
Yeah, it looks like she's really powered up there. Maybe a few gusts there with the wind. Mother Nature delivering some of the goods. And there she goes, pops up, lovely little rotation, and there, stomps it. And you can see there the reaction. She knew she needed it, and she delivered.
Yes, she did. Judges are going to like that. And I tell you what, she did that right in front of the judges. Slim chance all the way around. Grabs it. The kite very decently powered. Nice maneuver there for Claudia Leon. Let's have a little look at some of the numbers and see where she's at. So there, yes, 6.27. So the highest scoring move of the heat so far. She is at a 14.10, currently in second position. So back in action.
Yeah, back in the mix now. Claudia Leon in second position, just chasing this one on your screen now. Mika Sol, and let's see. She would have definitely seen that trick happen straight in front of the judges. And Mika Sol now going left foot forward, also coming straight in towards the judges. What has she got in store for us?
Oh, going for the S-bend 1 there. Mikaeli, S-bend 1, so landing yet another move. She has not missed a beat yet. She's comfortably in first position. That is going to be her 4th trick attempt, as she is looking to improve on that move. And that is going to be outside. So that is going to be the same family as she is right now. She's touched 3 different families. If she touches one more family of the hillside tricks, she would be getting that 7 variation point. Or maybe she's going to be going for a toe side, a rewind, one of the combos, or the kite loop handle passes. We will soon find out, as there is the new factor of the variations and the variety now here on tour.
Yeah, it's good, and we're enjoying it so far because we're seeing our riders push the limits a little bit. We're seeing some of them do moves that maybe we haven't seen before, and it makes it interesting for us to watch. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this sort of new format a little bit, Joe.
Oh yeah, we are. No, it's really good to see, because as we know, sometimes they get kind of boxed in and they don't go out of the 3 to 4 moves that they have dialed. It's good to see them pushing, progressing, seeing new things, and this is what we wanted to achieve with that. All right, it looks like Matilda, unfortunately, got a little caught up there and not being able to unhook, and she's going to have to perform a move the other way if she wants to get this one going very shortly. As let's not forget, they got 30 seconds each.
Now right foot forward, going sort of as far out as she can. Needs a little bit more speed. Doesn't look like she wants to commit right foot forward, so she's hoping the judges will throw her a bone here and just give her a little bit more time. They obviously have been quite lenient with some of the riders out there just because conditions are a little bit challenging. So let's see if we will see a move. Yes, we will. Nicely landed. Again, though, just wanting to improve on.
Here, she has a 12.06, so she needs a 4th move of above a 2.05, and she would overtake Claudia here on this next round. So let's see. So she pretty much, there is a battle on for second place in between Claudia Leon and Alexandra Torres, and let's not forget, only 2 athletes go through to the grand final.
Yeah, and the 2 that unfortunately don't make it through, that is time to pack your bags and head home. One more heat after this, and that is for a place in the final. And on your screen now, this is one lady that wants to make it there.
Yeah, Alexandra Torres pushing her way across. It does look like the wind is fluking out a little bit, so she's going to be going right foot forward. Judges giving her a little extra time due to the conditions out there. She is out on a 13-meter kite, so she is pushing. And let's see if she can perform something right foot forward. We saw a 3-1-3 attempt before, Liam. Will we see that again?
I wouldn't be surprised, Joe. I would not be surprised. Let's have a little look. Does she go for it?
Oh, going for the back to wrap. But unfortunately going down. So that is not going to be the move she was looking for. Let's not forget, she still does have another 2 attempts. But that has opened up the door a little bit even more for Claudia Leon to sneak in. And I know someone who's going to be sighing a breath of relief after that one.
Yeah, you can see Claudia Leon there just out the back. I'm looking through the live booth window here. Just going for a trick which we missed there. Let's see if we can get a replay of that one.
Alright, there she goes. 3-1-3. Nicely landed. Oh, but getting a big back-to-back check on that one. So that is going to be a 2.87. Still increases her lead there a bit. And she has touched 4 different families, meaning she is going to be able to get the high scores on that variety score. But this is the lady to be looking at. Here we have Mika Sol. Let's see what she has for us.
Coming in left foot forward. Doesn't look like she's going to go for the trick. You sort of see her chatting a little bit to a few of the caddies. Think she might come in. Yep, you can see exchanging a few words there with those on the beach. Just finding out maybe either how far in front she is or what families she needs to tick off. And Mika Sol now.
Back back Mo landed perfectly and right in front of the camera.
I was going to say.
And a little bit of a claim there. That's that Brazilian blood she has in her. Gabriel Molina style, claiming it after the end of that one. That is picture perfect. That is a back Mo complete. You can see popping out, wrapping herself around. Very nice maneuver there for Mika. So she is going to be claiming that first position and even more so strengthening that first position she has in this heat.
Yeah, brilliant stuff there. Don't know who told her on the beach to do that, but it's worked and it's pushed her up a little bit further in first position. And on your screen now, Matilda currently at the bottom of the heat at the moment in fourth position with a 6.30, but still looking to enhance some of those scores. Here she is, right foot forward. The F1 rider going out, riding a 13.
Yeah, the girls have got the big guns out at the moment as that condition are getting light. It does look like we still have conditions out there as they're bringing some moves, and we're waiting to see if the men are going to be starting next. If so, we will be going back to that quarter-final number 4, where we will see in the water Alexandre Gerard Martinez and Gianmaria Coccoluto. Those will be the athletes that would be coming up next. If so, at the moment, all focus on the water. Semi-final number 2. Who are going to be the 2 athletes that are going to be making their way through to the grand finale with Bruna Kajia and Natalie Lambrecht?
I'm not sure, Joe. It's a little bit of a battle, especially for that second and third position at the moment, because this lady on your screen here, the Airbus rider, Alexandra Torres, is just chasing Claudia Leon at the moment. You can see there has a collection of 3 scores, with the most being that 4.70. Doesn't need a massive score to just bump herself into second position, but it's got to be something special.
Yeah, she has to get it. I mean, she's missed the last 2 tricks. She's got 2 more to be able to perform the goods. And like you say, she needs about a 4 point something to be able to improve that. Let's see what she has. All right, going for the Hinterberger, but crashing that one out. So she has now definitely put herself into a sticky situation, because she's going to have to bring it all the way down for her last move if she wants a chance to go through to the finals.
Yeah, nothing like leaving it to the end on the final buzzer.
The good old buzzer beater, mate.
Oh, we love a buzzer beater, don't we? We've had a few of those buzzer beaters out in Brazil, and it keeps us on our toes here in the booth, and hopefully provides some entertainment for you guys at home. But on your screen now, second place, Claudia Leon.
Yeah, here we have her, as she is also now in a bit of a safer place. Now, if she was playing it, she would be going for a big move to try and get some distance from Alexandra Torres to make her life harder, but also to try and go closer. Mika is winning by a 4.03, and Claudia, her smallest trick is a rayleigh to blind. Oh, ooh, going for the mob attempt, but missing the bar. Very close, very close. That was a nice one.
Yeah, it did look a real nice mob there. You can see there plenty of height, great pop as well there, but unfortunately just not managing to keep her hands on the bar there.
Yeah, so that's going to be a crash for her. And now here we have this young lady, current world champion, Michaeli Sol. Do-a-turn rider. All right, going toe side. Yeah, going for the Crow Mob. Liking what I see, liking what I see. So Crow Mob there from Michaeli Sol.
I don't think she's got her hair wet yet. Joe?
No, she hasn't missed a beat. So Mika really showing why she is one of the top athletes, and touching that family. She's going to get high kudos on the variation score. Now I want to have a look here at Alexandra. So she has a rayleigh to blind. So that's the subfamily of the hillside. She has an S-bend to blind, which is also in the other family, and she has a back to blind. So there, she is actually working her way through. If Alexandra wanted to have a possibility to get the high marks on the score of the variation, if she hits one more family, she would get the top 7 marks. I wonder if she's actually realized that, because that would add an extra 7 points to her score, and she is so close to Claudia Leon. I reckon if she hit one more family, be it a toe side, a rewind, a combo, or a mob, variation, she would have a possibility of getting past us. This is the beauty of the variation score.
It is. That leaves it right up until the final part of each and every heat, because that variation score can just throw everything left, right and centre. But yeah, on your screen at the moment, Matilda. So before we move on to Alexandra, let's focus here. This rider wanting to improve on some of those scores, currently sitting in 4th position, going to be challenging to push on and get a score even close to Claudia Leon. But with that said, let's see what she has in the locker as we come towards the final few tricks.
Yeah, all right. Oh, going down there, Matilda. So that's going to be a crash for her. So that's going to be her final crash, final move here of the heat, as she is in 4th. She is not going to be able to continue there to the grand finale. So nice ride in there from her. Just unfortunately not being able to pull it together on the last moves. Next up, Alexandra Torres. I'm going to say it. I reckon if she went for a toe side move, or a back mob or a front blind mob, she would have all 4 families and be able to go. But she's already scored 3, so she's going to have those top variation marks, because the
screen just there on the right hand side, and in the distance with the other duotone flying high in the sky kite, that's Mika there just waiting and watching on as Claudia is now revved up and ready to go for her final trick attempt of this heat. Let's see what she has for us. Currently sitting in 2nd position, 16.97 is the score on the board for Claudia, chasing Mika's 21.24. Here we go, here we go.
All right, so Claudia, what's she got for us? Right foot forward. She's got the power, she's got the vibe. Let's have a look. All right, up and over. No, going down, missing that backside 3. So that means that Mika is going to be in 1st position and Claudia is going to be in 2nd when it comes to the end of the tricks. And now we're going to have to wait for that variation score to come up as we await to see who are going to be making their way through to the grand finale. And a back to blind there from Michaeli Sol just to end it off. And that is going to be semi-final heat number 2 of the women.
There you can see the highlights of that last trick there from Mika. And as you said, Joe, that is heat over. That is heat over. So good heat there. Enjoyable watch, Joe.
Very much so. No, the girls are throwing down and we're just waiting for that variety score, that variation score to come in. As we can see, most of these athletes have been hitting that 7.0. So we've got Mika Eliso in 1st, we have Claudia Leon in 2nd, and now we're just waiting for that additional score to come our way. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? But while we're waiting, let's have a little look at the highlights of that last heat. And welcome back, everybody, as we continue on with the action out there on the water. We just saw the second semi-final of the women, and we are going to go right down to the beach because our beach commentator, Willow River Tompkins, is there with Mika Sol.
Mika, how was that? You put on such a show. It's the first event of the season. How are you feeling? How was that? And are you ready for the season coming?
Oh yeah, it was pretty great out there. I mean, the wind was a little light. Like I was on the 13, struggling a little bit. But all in all, just happy I made it past the semis. And yeah, super stoked to be in the final. And hopefully the conditions will be a bit better. And yeah, for 2023, really looking forward to it. We have so many events around the tour. And yeah, just super stoked. Since COVID, we've only had, I think, 2 or 3 events a year. And this year's looking pretty promising.
Awesome. It's great to hear. It's an exciting year. We got loads of events, like she just said, and we can't wait to continue and see how the finals go. So well done, and thanks a lot, Joe. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Willow. Thank you, Mikaeli. Great to see. I mean, the girl is on fire. Our current world champion, it looks like she is on full form, Liam.
Yeah, no, she most certainly is, putting in some real snappy and well-executed manoeuvres there, sometimes just making it look too easy, but really exciting to watch. And you know, we get to watch it all again in the final, which hopefully will be coming up in either later on today or the coming days.
Yeah, it looks like at the moment we are on postponement because the wind is not quite there. We have the next heat coming up on the water. We have the guys, that last quarter final where we will be seeing Gianmaria Coccoluto is out there. We have Pedro Alexander, we have Posito Martinez, and we have Val Garat. Some 4 very big names out there. The youngster, Alexandra, he comes from Brazil. He comes out of Cumbuco. He is one of the Kite Cumbuco Juvenil, which is a movement done by Cassia. It's all about grabbing youngsters, giving them an opportunity throughout kiting to be able to help out. Check them out on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever go over to Brazil, you have old kites, old harnesses, old wetsuits, anything together, any donations to be able to help them out, because you know there are quite a lot of kids over in Brazil that don't have the kites, and I tell you what, when they have that opportunity, every single time we're seeing a champion.
Well, it's an absolute paradise out there, isn't there? We were there not too long ago. It feels like it was yesterday, but back in November we obviously had the pleasure of spending numerous weeks out there with back-to-back events, and of course that famous Taiba freestyle event which has gone down in the history books. But you know, we also got to spend a little bit of time out there beforehand as well, down in Cumbuco, and yeah, it's just a paradise. There's so many kids out there, and so many riders just enjoying the lagoon. So you know, as Joe mentioned, any donations for those guys, it's, you know, it's like Christmas out there when they receive that, and the smile on their faces says it all.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And now, you know, here opening this season, this is the first event. We are down here in Qatar here for the GKA Kite World Tour event, the Visit Qatar GKA Freestyle World Cup. We are going to be finishing off the season also over here in Qatar, and the next freestyle event coming up very shortly in the beginning of March. We are going all the way to Colombia.
We are, aren't we? It's one to look forward to. You know, we were there last year as well, so the riders are familiar with the spot. It's going to be at the same place. Actually spoke to the guys over in Colombia. They are super excited. Spoke to a few riders as well, Juan Rodriguez and Rita. Again, both are excited to return. So that's the next stop, and then we have a little bit of a break, and then it gets back up and going after towards the sort of the back end of the summertime.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy year. I mean, let's not forget the GKA Kite World Tour doesn't just have the twin tip freestyle discipline.
No.
We have the kite surfing discipline, which is all of those riders on the surfboards ripping it up and tricking it to the sky. We also have the big air discipline, which is where our athletes look for the most extreme conditions out there, and they go absolutely to the moon. And then we've got the smooth cruisers, the smooth operators of the hydrofoil freestyle, where those are the magicians out there on the foil. They slide around, they spin, they go really high. And one of the great things about that discipline is hydrofoil freestyle is taking kiting to new locations where the wind is lighter or not quite as constant. These guys and girls can get out and get on a show, because I mean, you know, one of the main goals of the GK is to take the sport of kiteboarding and kite surfing worldwide and show it the possibilities, because you know, let's not forget, we just want to get the vibes, the passion, the lifestyle that comes with kiting worldwide, and get more people involved and just get this bigger and bigger.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, just expanding the sport, getting as many people as involved as possible. And like you said, you know, we've got the kite surf calendar, we've got the freestyle calendar, we've got the big air calendar, we've got the hydrofoil freestyle calendar, and this year as well, each discipline has just got that 1 or 2 more events as well to keep our riders and ourselves that little bit extra busy. The big air, obviously, we're starting in Lord of Trams, is going to be the first one around that sort of April mark and then following after that towards the summer, the European summer, we head to the Mecca. We head to your hometown. We go to Tarifa.
Yeah, you gotta love hometown. I mean, Tarifa, like you say, it has been a mecca from kiting. Everybody pretty much knows about that place. They're both for the day life and the night life. It's got the best of both.
What do you prefer, Jay?
I'm gonna say in the middle. But yeah, it is really good to be able to go there. And there we can see, it looks like at the moment we're just waiting for some of the conditions to come back as we are on standby. And I can see our boy there, Willow, is standing with our tour manager, Tom Hartman.
Tom, how are you feeling? It's been a crazy last year that you've had, and we've got a very exciting year coming up. A lot of events, a lot of stops, and we're right here at the first one. How are you feeling for the season?
We are super amped for the season. You know, it's the earliest start we had so far in the year, I think, for a season. We more or less finished less than 2 months ago, about 2 months ago in Brazil. And yeah, you know, last 2 years, obviously, it was tough with the whole post-COVID situation, not as easy to get events on the tour. And this year it looks very promising. We're having 15 events planned for this year. We in freestyle have 2 tour stops here in Qatar, which is the first time we're here, and we're super amped to go to this amazing location. You know, the setup here is pretty unique that the guys are providing here, and also the final will run here in Qatar, which is I think definitely the right spot to do it. We're going to go to Colombia in a month, and then right after for the first wave event to Cape Verde. And then we have bigger events in France, in Tarifa. Then we go to Germany, Rio de Janeiro in the summertime, you know, for wave events. We go to Dakhla, Morocco again, which is a regular tour, and then back to Brazil, and in the end of the year back here to Qatar again. So I'm super amped for this season. I think our whole team, you know, have such an effort, so much work into this to step up the level. It's not only the number of events, but we've clearly improved the level of the events. You know, the media production, the outcome, the coverage we have. We're really wanting, also with the help of the Airways, obviously, we wanna step up the level of the kiteboarding world tour.
It's amazing, Tom, to hear like of all the stops, all the events happening throughout the year. There's so many different events for all disciplines of kiteboarding. So it's great to see what an exciting year we have, and amazing spot that we're starting at, you know, right here in front. So thanks a lot. Back to the live stream booth.
Thank you, Willow. Yeah, great to see. And like you say, there's going to be a very exciting season upcoming. And with all of our athletes and our riders already ready to rumble, I tell you what, we're going to be seeing some big moves coming up.
Yeah, and that's what we want to see. We want to see the sport keep progressing. We want to see everyone pushing the boundaries, pushing the limits of the sport, because kiteboarding now, I'd say, is only on the up. You know, more people are getting involved in it, especially for me in the UK. Not the sunniest of spots and not the warmest of spots. I got to say, I'm a bit jealous of you boys that get to live out in Spain. But you know, everyone wants to learn. Everyone wants to get involved from the grassroots level, and then, you know, at this sort of pro level that we're fortunate enough to spend some time at and go to these events. We're just seeing every event these guys just pushing the limits. You know, when it comes to freestyle, you know, they're just adding in extra maneuvers, the big air, obviously, with the double loops now. It's just an ever-growing sport, and I just can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, no, really looking forward to it. I mean, sky is the limit. Sky is the limit.
It literally is.
You know, kiteboarding is all about getting into that sky and flying up. Maybe we'll be giving the old hello to some of our Qatar Airways airlines going across their head one day. I'll tell you what.
Get yourself a free flight doing that, Joe.
Exactly. I think we would. I think we would. But yeah, no, I mean, it is incredible to see how this sport has evolved. It's about, you know, it started off in 1999-ish. We saw it coming in France, in Hawaii. And to see how far it has come, the equipment, the gear, the riders, the athlete, it is really nice to have been part of this. But going back onto the action here out on the water, we are waiting for that quarterfinal number 4, where we are going to be seeing Fuwairit, Pedro Alexandra, we will have Posito Martinez and also Gianmaria Coccoluto out there. So let's have a little look out at the action on the water. Alright, there we have some of the guys out there on the water, and we have a little bit of a replay of some of the women as the conditions are. We are currently on standby, everybody, and we will see what will be coming at us to see if we have some more conditions coming our way.
And welcome back, everybody, and thanks for sticking by and staying with us. But right now, it's looking like conditions just aren't quite aligning, Joe, and I think that may be time to potentially wrap things up.
Yeah, that is it. Is official competition is over for today. The conditions, the sandstorm is here. That is why we've been having some glitches out there. We do apologize on the internet, but it is getting sandy, I can tell you that. Now we are going to be finishing it off for today. Day number 2 here of the competition. We're going to be starting off bright and early tomorrow. Forecast is not looking great for tomorrow, but Friday is really looking nice, and hopefully it will go back to that northerly wind and we'll be have some great conditions as we will be starting off. We've got through the 2 semi-finals of the women, and we have 1 more quarterfinals of the men, and then we will keep going, and hopefully be able to see those grand finales. So on behalf of us here from the Qatar Airways GKA Kite World Tour and everybody over here at the Fuwairit Kite Beach Resort, we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Welcome everybody to the Qatar Airways GKA Kite World Tour.
Inside the water, like everybody wanna win. It's gonna be a good show.
We now have like the best showcase.
I'm here to win. For me, freestyle is everything in my life. Pressure is a privilege, brings out the best in us.
The level can fully be shown when the conditions are perfect.
It's time to show it. Let's get it.
Who are going to be our new world champions?